Today I'm gonna be taking the world's most popular personality test. Let's get started. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. I guess it's trying to figure out if I'm an introvert or extrovert. I always get a headache after like 20 minutes if I don't have a couple adult beverages. So I'm gonna say disagree. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Never. You think I have time for that? Daily videos, man. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Yes, that is me. Can't sleep just thinking about why did I say you too when the barista said enjoy your coffee. She's not drinking my coffee. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not to try to solve their problem. Disagree. I've got a bad case of fixer hat syndrome when I try to fix everything for everyone, which is really bad. Trying to get better at it, but right now, if a girl's like, Joel, my hair's so ugly, I'm immediately like, here's a selection of wigs you can buy. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. Disagree. I get really anxious if there's a lot of quiet, and I usually take command of the situation if that happens. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. Disagree. I think about that way too much. Like at VidCon, if I meet people for 10 seconds in the green room, I'm like, did I seem nice? Please say I seemed nice. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. Neither agree or disagree. I do get sad, but I wouldn't say that I get bored. You are more of a detail-oriented than big picture person. I used to be very detail-oriented, but now that I kind of run my little YouTube company or whatever, I'm more of a big picture person, so I'm gonna have to slightly disagree. You are very affectionate with people you care about. Yes, probably too much. I think I have a tendency to overly focus on like one friend that I like a lot, or if I have a girlfriend or whatever, focus on that too much. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. Agree 100%. Can't stop thinking about it. I made a video on my awkward crushes when I was a kid, and there was this tense situation that still keeps me up at night. By the way, welcome back to another daily video. My name's Joel from Rummy Official, and if you haven't noticed, we're doing the Myers-Briggs personality test. It's almost 100 questions about personality and how you see yourself. And in the end, I will be given one of the 16 personality types, and we'll see if I agree or not. Here's a meme from the subreddit. I just thought it was funny. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Okay, think my hair's high, huh? My hair's too high for you?
12 seconds later.
I got you. I just made my hair slightly higher. I tried to do it, but I had too much product, so it just kind of started hurting, so I stopped. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Pretty strongly agree. When people act irrationally, I get very frustrated. Even though I know pretty much everyone makes things based on their emotions, the people who try their best to be as rational as possible are the people I enjoy being around. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. No, I get stressed out. I have to disagree. I feel like I have such little time off that if I spend too much time just going through things, I'll never watch anything. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Slightly agree. I have people around me that are a lot better. I would say Jonas is pretty good under pressure. Felix is really good under pressure. Dave is probably worse than me. But anyway, when in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but then I always regret it because they end up being like, why is this guy talking so much? He's not like our friend. But I slightly agree. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. Disagree. And I try to cut people out of my life that do that. There is really no reason to put others down to get ahead, I think. That'll just come and bite you in the bum. Because I will not help you if you need it, if you come after me. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. I kind of agree, but at the same time, I wish I would have made more music until now, and I haven't. But overall, I think I have good focus. I'm a slow learner, so learning about music, I think I was slower than a lot of people around me. But since I just kind of like kept doing it over and over, and they got like, ooh, how about like bicycles or whatever, I was still just like, yep, music, just clicking the music button for years and years. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. Agree, somewhat. Depends what it is. I think I'm relatively rational, but I think mistakes are often due to me not being careful enough. Makes sense, right? I think so. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Disagree. I think it's fun to get to know new people. Sometimes I have trouble having interesting conversations with people that I know because I know too much about them. So it's fun to get to know new people. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. It depends how good people are at philosophy around me. Generally, people are not very good at it. I did political science for a while and I read a lot of political philosophy. So in general, I don't really care for what people say about philosophy because it's so base level. People are like, I think there might be aliens because there's many stars. Then I just check out. It's like, ugh, I don't know. It's pretentious. You gotta have some previous knowledge in order to have a good philosophical discussion. Some common ground. Otherwise, it's just blah. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. Disagree. I mean, I've done it in videos like 3 times by now. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones. Disagree fully. Quiet, intimate places are the best. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Disagree. If I only listened to my heart, I would probably have made more music than I have, but I would also not have anyone watching my videos. I love this job, and I would not be doing this job if I would have focused 100% on music. I'm sure of it. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Disagree. It's always better to forgive. Even when you get revenge, you're kind of holding on to those bad emotions. It's nicer to just let things go. But yeah, if people are mean to you, just cut them out of your life, but don't like hate them. At least that is what works for me. You often make decisions on a whim. Agree somewhat. Because of videos and stuff that I make, it's often like, what feels fun today? We have a long list of stuff that I'm supposed to do, but I just choose something that seems fun. Like today, I thought it was fun to make this weird personality test video. It's a weird one for this channel because it's not about music. I'm just telling you right now, there will be no music. Psych! The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. Strongly disagree. I get stuck playing some video games and I get bored of it, but I can't stop playing it. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or movie. Somewhat agree. I like to think about what's between the lines, but even more than in movies or songs, I like it in real life when people say stuff. I'm like, why did that person say that? What are they not saying? Or like, where did that thought process come from? That stuff is interesting to me. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. Strongly agree. Noise-canceling headphones, for example, the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros, have really changed my life because I just put on sunglasses, put in noise-canceling headphones, and then I can pretty much be anywhere. But without that, I get like headaches, almost migraines by being around people for too long, especially in like shopping centers. I can't deal with it. There's too much going on. Let me know if you feel the same. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Somewhat disagree, but I'm not the best. Especially when people are very emotionally driven, it can be hard for me to understand. I really prefer to be around people who are very rational compared to very emotional. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. Somewhat disagree. It's always hard to live up to people's expectations. I don't think I'm great at it all the time. I think I'm pretty good early on in like a friendship or relationship, and then as I get more comfortable, I don't think I'm as good anymore. I guess that's true for everyone, but that's something that I think a lot about. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Strongly disagree. That doesn't work. At parties, yeah, when people are kind of up for it, but not just randomly. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. Never happened. I used to when I was a kid, but then I became a boring adult. You look after yourself first and others come in second. Strongly agree. I think that's healthy. I do like to take care of other people, but like, you gotta put on your own gas mask first, if you know what I'm talking about. Hashtag deep. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. I somewhat agree to that depending on how I feel. My energy levels for how disciplined I can be kind of go up and down. So every once in a while I'll be like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna work out, then I get up and I'm like, I'm gonna watch TV. It happens, but most of the time I'm pretty good. Your mood can change very quickly. Agree. I got a few emotional triggers and stuff that can really get me into a bad mood, or if someone says something really nice, I can get into a good mood instantly. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. No, I just don't think I'm smart enough. If I were to think about those things, I would like all of the current frameworks and ways to think about it, because I know from studying philosophy that just kind of thinking about it means that you will have a very dumb time. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Yeah, probably too much. Sometimes I'll just tell people stuff. Oversharing, boys. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. Somewhat agree. I kind of know where I'm heading now with kind of like the company and the team and everything. A lot of things have gotten a lot clearer recently, so I'm really excited about it. You rarely dwell on your regrets. Disagree. I especially dwell on bad things I did to other people because it makes me feel like a bad person. Like, it can be stuff from when I was 15. It doesn't matter, but you know, it's huge regrets from then. Like, I dated this one girl that I didn't really like and stuff, and then she got really heartbroken when I broke up with her. You can be like, oh, I was a kid, but I don't know. Should have done better. You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. Slightly agree. I like to think of myself as a visionary with limitations. You know what I'm talking about? You find it easy to empathize with the person who has gone through something you never have. Yeah, most of the time, but sometimes it's hard. I think especially when people end up acting in mean ways to others because of what they went through, that can be hard to empathize with. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I mean, I think that's true for everyone, but I'm just gonna go ahead and slightly agree because probably less than for most people. overall, my mind is pretty good at not getting too negative. Maybe I'll get negative for like a day or two if something really bad happens, but overall, I'm a pretty good and go-lucky guy, even when things are really bad. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. No, if I'm exhausted, I'm not gonna go to party. What are you talking about? No, I need energy for that stuff. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. Yes, actually I do. I love gadgets. Like what I said, noise canceling headphones changed my life. I'm wearing this watch that I really like. It's a Withings watch, and it looks like a normal watch, but it has also smart features in it. So it's actually a real watch with just a tiny screen on it. I love that. I also like the idea of not having to do stuff like not having to cook, not having to edit my videos. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Not always, but most of the time. I think the biggest reason I don't skip days with videos is not necessarily that I need to post every day, but that I want everyone in the team to have jobs and, you know, have work to do so they can earn their money and pay their bills and stuff. So yeah, I do think about it, but not all the time. But that is like my main concern. You rarely feel insecure. I probably feel insecure less than average, but sometimes I feel bad. Okay, so let's look at the results. My personality type is Defender, ISFJ-T. Okay, so I am 63% introverted, 37% extroverted, 30% intuitive, 70% observant, 36% thinking, 64% feeling, 65% judging, that doesn't sound good, and 35% prospecting, 26% assertive, and 74% turbulent. What does that mean? Introduction. The Defender personality type is quite unique. I'm unique, guys. They said it. I knew it. Though sensitive, Defenders have excellent analytical abilities. Though reserved, they have well-developed people skills and robust social relationships. And though they are generally a conservative type, Defenders are often receptive to change and new ideas. I feel like this is horoscope level writing, like it could be anyone, but just because of that, I also kind of agree. I think it kind of pins me down. Defenders are true altruists, meeting kindness with kindness in excess, and engaging in the work and people they believe in with enthusiasm and generosity. This probably makes me sound better than I am, honestly. I think at the end of the day, I see myself as number one in my life, but I do like to help other people as well. There's hardly a better type to make up such a large proportion of the population. Wait, so they said I was unique first? Quite unique. Large proportion of the population. Come on, man. Defenders are found in lines of work with a sense of history behind them, such as medicine, academics, and charitable social work. This doesn't sound like a YouTuber at all. Naturally social, an odd quality for introverts. Defenders utilize excellent memories not to retain data and trivia, but to remember people and details about their lives. Yeah, that's probably accurate. I think I keep a bank of everything people around me do and their lives. While this is certainly true of their coworkers, whom people with a Defender personality type often consider their personal friends. That is true. That's actually a problem of mine. I think of most people I work with as my friends, and you know, maybe it's not always reciprocated. In the past, I've definitely felt like that. It is in family that their expressions of affection fully bloom. I don't know, I don't really see my family that often. How do they think they know so much about me? Half of this is wrong. Oh, here we go. Defenders you may know. Beyonce. Of course, Queen Elizabeth II, Aretha Franklin, and Vin Diesel. Wait, so they say never truly comfortable in the spotlight, and then you have Beyonce and Aretha Franklin. Okay. Halle Berry, Kate Middleton, Anne Hathaway, Lance Reddick. Who the frick is that? Selena Gomez, Caitlin Stark from Game of Thrones, Dr. Watson, Pam Beesly from The Office. I like that this test said that I was like Beyonce. I'm gonna live on that. Strengths and weaknesses. Defenders are the universal helpers, sharing their knowledge, experience, time, and energy with anyone who needs it. Not me at all. And all the more so with friends and family. Defenders are very imaginative and use this quality as an accessory to empathy, observing others' emotional states, and seeing things from their perspective. When I was a kid in school, we had this one teacher, Berit, her name was. She was one of my favorite teachers. And one day she just kind of like got into class and started class as normal. And I went up to her and I was like, Berit, are you doing okay? Because I just saw something in her face or like how she acted. And it turned out that her mom had died the day before. I remember she mentioned that at my quarterly talk with my parents and stuff, how observing I was of other people's emotions. So it's probably right. Oh yes, weaknesses. Here we go. Time to talk about how much I suck. Woo! Humble and shy. This is possibly Defenders' biggest challenge, as they are so concerned with others' feelings that they refuse to make their thoughts known or to take any duly earned credit for their contributions. I definitely make my thoughts known, and I definitely take credit. Guys, I made this video all by myself. Only me, 100%, no one else. By the way, check out my editors and my planners. Overload themselves. Yes, this is my specialty. Their strong senses of duty and perfectionism combined with this aversion to emotional conflict to create a situation situation where it is far too easy for defenders to overload themselves or to be overloaded by others as they struggle silently to meet everyone's expectations, especially their own. That is the most true thing that has ever been said about me. I thought I would have time to both do all my singing practice and do some other admin tasks and also film 3 videos today. I only filmed 2 videos and I don't know if I will have time to do my last singing practice. Just a little bit of an insight into my life. Reluctant to change. These challenges can be particularly hard to address since defender personalities value traditions and history highly in their decisions. That's not true with me at all. I think traditions are so overrated. If there's a way that could potentially work better, change it up. Why not? Ooh, romantic relationships. Let's do this. Heck yeah. Will I get to date hot people? Let's see. Relationships built on established familiarity are a warm prospect for defenders. They take dating seriously and only enter into relationships that have a real chance of lasting a lifetime. That is correct for me, for sure. I see movies where people have like summer boyfriends and summer girlfriends. I don't get it. That would be heartbreaking. Why would you do that? Defenders' shyness and sensitivity shield what are, beneath the surface, incredibly strong feelings. While not always obvious to others, this river of emotion can't be taken lightly or for granted. Defender personalities can value the idea of committed romance almost as highly as some regard religious beliefs. That's probably right. I feel like that's almost a problem though. But yeah, I do value committed relationships and romance very high. Hard as it may be, if either dating partner doubts their feelings, they must part ways before real emotional damage is done. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. I'm the one that goes down with the ship. I'm the one on the Titanic who's like, yep, going down with this relationship. If you don't break up, I will be here forever.
Suffering.
Oh, career paths. I don't think I'm doing a defender job. Defenders are unlikely to actively seek out managerial positions and are still more unlikely to brag about their accomplishments. Got 1 billion views on my channel, fam. Yeah, I probably wouldn't brag about that. Defenders will remain enthusiastic simply knowing that what they do is genuinely appreciated by the people they care for. This makes them natural counselors, technical support, and interior designers, where they are able to help others one-on-one without having to worry about corporate politics. This is so not me. What's happening? Strong, well-developed institutions alongside like-minded friends are attractive workplaces for people with the defender personality type and careers as nurses, elementary school teachers, and social and religious workers are attractive options. I would not want to do any of those things. Okay, time for the conclusion. Few personality types are as practical and dedicated as defenders. Known for their reliability and altruism, defenders are good at creating and maintaining a secure and stable environment for themselves and their loved ones. Defenders' dedication is invaluable in many areas, including their own personal growth. Yet, defenders can be easily tripped up in areas where their kindness and practical approach are more of a liability than an asset. Whether it's finding or keeping a partner, I don't think it's hard for me to find a partner, honestly. If I wanted a partner right now, I could find it. I just have like really high demands. Learning to relax or improvise. I'm probably pretty bad at that, to be honest. I'm getting better, but I have a tendency to like when everything's the same every day because I know I can get stuff done. Reaching dazzling heights on the career ladder. I think I'm doing okay, right? I don't know. Or managing their workload. Yeah, I'm bad at that. Defenders need to put a conscious effort to develop their weaker traits and additional skills. I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed. I feel like I've gotten it through to you better than this test could get anything through. Maybe I'm just so unique. This test doesn't even work on me. Okay, guys, click here for more personal videos. Click here for music commentary videos, and I will see you tomorrow in another daily video. Hope you enjoyed this. A little bit of a weird video for the channel, but I like to experiment, do some different things, and I hope that we get to know each other a little bit better like this. Let me know in the comments what you guys got in this test, and if it worked for you better than it worked for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.